Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me for Simple Sunday. I come on every Sunday at 8 p.m. California time, Pacific Standard Time, showing you simple projects that you can do with some of the Stampin' Up! Product. And so my name is Anissa, and I'm with Stampin' with Anissa. And this evening, I am going to be focusing something on in the mini catalog, and I'll be going and creating something using this bundle. I'm only going to use the stamp set. I made other things as well using the dies, but the bundle is Rainbow of Happiness bundle. And I'm going to right now create a simple card using the stamp set, but I will be posting other projects where I'm using the dies, and they're so cute. I mean, even the ones in here are just really cute, don't you think? I think they're really good. Really, really cute. I love everything about this. So, just so you know, there is a item in Celebration. Now, Celebration runs until the end of February or until while supplies last. So if you are interested, the paper in here that matches that or goes with that stamp set is this, and you get it free for a $50 purchase, and you get this paper. Can you see it? It's a little blurry. Okay, let me go further down. Anyways, it's right there. And I'll show you some of the items that I made. And they're really cute using this paper. Yeah, look at this. All of this that they made. This is just so pretty. I'm actually probably going to create one of them, recreate it to show you guys. I love this paper. I'm very impressed with this paper. So, so here is what we will be making tonight. Is this a very simple card? I did use a die that is out of the bundle, and I'll show you that in a second. But very simple card. And if you like, you could purchase. So it's too far. So let me see if you can see that. Can you see that? Is it focusing at all? Here, let me see about. There we go. There. So that is the card. Really, really simple card. You don't even need to actually add the little clouds. I thought it was, good, but you could leave it as is. I mean, and it's really, I'm a fan of like stamping right in the middle of a piece of white cardstock and then putting it as a card. Simplicity is beauty, and I really think that is very pretty. So without further ado, let us go ahead. And just so you know, I've put in the January's host code up on the corner. If you purchase $50 or more, I will give you a little gift for thank you. So here's the stamps that I was talking about that we are going to be using. And then here's the dies that go with it in the bundle. And the little clouds that we used there were actually this one right here. I can't even pull it off. But anyways, I'll pull it off here a little later. But those are the cloud dies that I use to create that. So really quick, I do want to show you some of those, the paper that I was talking about. So here's the other two items that I created using that paper that's part of the Celebration sale. And the paper is so cute. I'm going to be making more things with it just because I love the paper. And very, very cute. And I use the dies for this, and here's the die. I use this die. So, with DSP or designer series paper, one side has one, image, and then the other side has another image. And so I use the other side, and this is a great way to use your scraps, right? I thought this was just really cute. I love this. I love this whole thing. I love the stamps, I love the bundle, and I love the paper. So yeah, if you order $50 or more, you can get this free with that purchase. Okay. So anyways, let me go into this now. Go back to this. Let us go ahead and get a basic white cardstock. And we are going to cut, hold on a second. Oh, and we're getting a Misty, so here is a Misty Moonlight. Let me get so that was pre-cut. And the dimensions on this is 5.5 by 8.5. So I'm going to score it at the 4 1/4 mark, right there. I'm going to score it here. Okay. And I'm going to use going to varnish it with my bone folder. This is just so great. But if you didn't have one of these, I've seen people use like an ink pad. I mean, whatever you can use, but I like to use this. You can use other things like, yeah, somebody did use an ink pad and they just went like this and it worked. So whatever works. Okay. So here is our base. And now I'm going to take some basic white and I'm going to cut it at, oh, actually, I think I have a scrap here. Yes, I do have a scrap. We're going to cut this at, so right now this is, oh wait, hold on a second. This is 5.5. So that's 5.5 by 4 1/4. Okay. So that's 5.5 and 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and cut it at I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. I'm just going down 1/2 inch. Okay, 4 1/4 and 5 1/4 and 4 inches. Okay. There you go. And that's going to help us be able to see the outer edge of the card, right? Okay. So here is that. And now we're going to get our stamp set, and I'm going to be using this stamp, and this right here. I don't think you could see it. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Okay, great. So I'm going to be using this stamp, and also this right here. And that's the sentiment. Sentiment says, sending you a rainbow of happiness. Right now people are going back into, the COVID cases are increasing, and so people are having to, I'm having to work from home, which is a drag because it was sort of nice to be with people, and then all of a sudden, oh, no. And so, this takes your mind off things. Doing projects like this helps create, just relaxes you. Really, crafting really relaxes people. For some people, I know they say it causes more stress than anything. So just so you know, I used, which one is this one? Oh gosh, this is soft sea foam. Okay, I use soft sea foam, and I have So Saffron. Yeah, So Saffron. And I am also using Moonlight. Oh, there it is. Misty Moonlight. But I'm not going to open this yet. Okay. So the way that I did this is there's some stamping off. So before I do it, I'm going to go ahead and take that scrap paper. I'm going to try it on here first to show you. So I just did a slight dab. Now, if you look at it, Oh, it's perfect. So there it is. Sometimes you can stamp off and do it again, but this is too light, and I don't think you guys can see it, but it's super light. So that is what I'm going to do. Now this is the So Saffron. First time stamp. See, it's darker. I stamp it again, and now that's the color that I wanted, a little bit lighter. So I won't stamp as hard on this one when I stamped it the first time. That just takes off some of the ink, and then I stamp it again, and then the remaining ink goes there. So anyways, for this one, I'm going to stamp once the first time and not stamp off. Just going to do it once. And then with the second one, with the So Saffron, I am going to stamp off and then stamp it on the card. Okay, so I'm going to keep this here because I'm going to use that for the So Saffron. And I'm going to, let me use my, I love this. I could use my chamois, but my chamois is so dirty. And this is really easy because all you gotta do is pull it out. And I've already sprayed it a bunch of times, so I don't need to spray it again. But this is another great tool that Stampin' Up! Has. And I don't know why there's so much lint, but there's lint in this right now. But anyways, you could take this with you. Look at this. This is how you clean your pads. I think this is such a great tool. I love it. I love it a lot. And it's very easy. Yes, you do have to get the spray. And the spray comes in this little bottle right here. It's called Stampin' Mist. But I have the larger version of that because I use it so much. So anyways, let's go and do this. I'm going to put the stamp. So a lot of times, you know, the blocks are a little slippery, slidey. So you can go ahead and put your stamp down, make sure it's upside down. And to get because like a lot of times you could take these things and put it on, and then the shape just sort of gets distorted because you're putting it on. But if you leave it on the table and then you go like this, right? Then it's the shape that it's supposed to be. You didn't manipulate it. You put it down, you did upside down, you let the toe just relax, I guess, and then you put your block on top of it. And I think that's the better way of getting your stamp on your block when it's curved like that. When it's straight, it's a little bit easier, but when it's curved, it's not so much. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm finding the middle, and I'm gonna, with the soft seafoam green, hold on, I'm gonna, let me go do this again. It's probably drying up. Okay, so stamp that on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna close this because I have a habit of putting my hands and stuff. So that was soft seafoam ink. Okay, now with the So Saffron, we are going to dip it in there and we are going to stamp it off. Okay, so this is what I mean by stamping it off. We stamp not so much, not too much, just a little bit. Stamp it off there, and then I take it here and I stamp it on. There you go. So it's a stamp off, right? I took off some of the ink, and when I stamped it a second time, it gave me a softer image. Okay, and now we're going to get the sentiment on there, and the sentiment is, oh, I thought I had it right next to me, but I guess I did not. Hold on a second. Could have sworn it was right. Oh, here it is. Okay. So now let me close up the So Saffron ink pad. Okay, and so here is the Misty Moonlight. Now I'm going to take this, okay, and it's going to go right here, right around it, okay, right around the image. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get it here. And so I'm going to stamp it on the ink pad. There's no stamping off on this one. We're just going to go straight on to the card. Sorry if you see my head. Okay. Ta-da! Very good. Okay, so you could leave it like this, and you could put it on, you know, your card. I put dimensionals in the back just to give it some dimension, but you could leave it like this. I decided to put the little clouds on here using the die, this die right here. I'm going to take it off. So yeah, it looks cute just like this. I was going to leave it like that, seriously. But I decided to add the little cloud. So I will show you what I used to create this cloud. Let me go ahead and close this up. So like I said, these are the 3 colors I used. Seafoam, soft seafoam, so saffron and misty moonlight. I love those colors together. So I took my little mini embossing cut and emboss machine. Okay, and here is the little plates that you use to cut. Okay, and we used Granny Apple Green to create the little clouds. And the reason why I chose this die is because you could do 2, and I don't have to try to get it to stay. It's all on one die. As you could tell, I already used, this is the same piece of paper that I used. I'll go ahead and put this on top. Okay, I'm gonna, this little mini embosser is so handy, right? Like, if you don't want to use a big cut and emboss machine, this is something that you could just take with you. Super light, easy, small, compact, right? There you go. Take the die off, put it back. You know how many times I've like lost something because of that? Okay, and there goes my clouds. I will go ahead and put my clouds over here. Okay, so this is the mini cut and emboss. Super cute, right? Look at that. It's teeny. Look, I could hold it with one hand. You know, the other one is just so big. You can't hold it with one hand. It's just really large. So nothing against it. I think it's a great thing too. It's just, it makes it a little hard to hold, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these little clouds and put them like so. I guess this needs to turn around. Like so. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. And I used the regular dimensionals for these. So these, you notice these little dimensionals in the, it's like a small little, comes from the Paper Pumpkin kit. So very handy. Okay, so I was able to get one whole, the larger dimensionals onto a cloud without it being seen on the other side. Let's see what that looks like. Yep, see, you can't tell. So we're going to remove the backing. And flip it over. I like to use my little figure out where it goes. It goes right here. Beautiful. Okay, and now the other one we'll take the backing off of this. And put it down like so. And what I did to add a little pizzazz to it, I took my Winkostella And I added, well, I'll do this last because I have to turn it upside down. So anyways, there's a little clouds for you. I'm going to go ahead and put dimensionals. You know what? Instead of dimensionals, this is what I do so that I don't waste things, right? I will take, like I said, this comes from the Paper Pumpkin kit. And I do not use my paper snips from Stampin' Up! To cut dimensionals because they leave a sticky residue sometimes. So I take the remaining parts of the pack of dimensionals and I use them. I don't waste it. And I'm gonna put this here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. And put that here. So yeah, this is a great way of, you know, just making sure you use everything. I mean, shoot, it still works. So why not? Okay, take off the backings. And I'll go ahead and put this, make sure it opens up correctly. And I'll go ahead and put this on here. And there you go. So, now that I've done that, throw this away. I'll add the Winkastilla now. And the Winkastilla is right here. And I don't know if you could see it, but it adds a little bit of glitter to your object that you cut. When I first saw this, I thought, oh my God, how cute. I'm not a sparkly, you know, bedazzle kind of girl, but this adds so much. So anyways, here you go. Let me bring it in so you could see it. You could, I don't know if you could tell, but there's like little glittery on the cards. Well, that is it. This is what we created. Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this because a lot of times I never show the inside of the card. But if we want, we could get cardstock and like sometimes a lot of times, well, not sometimes, yeah, sometimes I do write in the inside of the card. I have a gel pen, a white gel pen that I use, and I will write because I think it's cool to write in there with white. But sometimes I do create the base. So I'm going to take for the inside of the card, I'll take basic white. I will cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. So 4 or 5 1/4. So I will take this and I will put this inside here. Take my liquid glue. I love this stuff. I have so much of it in my drawer. Okay. Flip this over. Like so. Great. And then I'm going to go ahead and take, so in the stamp set, there's some other things that we could use, you know, for the inside. And I think I'm going to do the little hearts. That's what I'll do. I'll do the little hearts. So let me get the little hearts. And and put that on a little. There we go. And I think we'll use, let's use this. See what it looks like on our scrap paper. Oh yeah, very cute. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this and put just a few of these little dots. Dots, it's hearts. Just as a little accent for the inside. It's like little hearts floating. There you go. Anyways, that's what I do this sometimes. I don't know if you could see it, but I put little hearts and a little image there. And so when they open it, they'll think it's really cute. So here you go. Very simple card. Using 3 ink pads, right? And I use a stamp set. You don't have to use the dies if you don't want to. So yeah, you don't have to use the dies if you don't want to. I just happen to use only one of the dies there, but great project, great stamp set, great bundle, and you get the, like I said, you get to have, if you order $50 or more, you will be able, with every $50, you get to get something free on the Celebration catalog, and you get the paper. And let me put this off to the side. Here is what I created with using the paper that they had. Great cards. I really love them. And I'll be making more stuff out of it. So anyways, you have a great evening, and thank you for joining me for Simple Sunday, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Oh, and if you purchase anything off of my website, my Stampin' Up! Website, make sure to use the January host code, and if you order $50 or more, I will give you a little thank you gift. Okay, take care and good night. Bye.